Oh, holy shit.
I feel like every time
I
you try to do it, it doesn't come out.
I was just doing a warning shot. Why do you have to freaking hose it down?
Fucking broke out the big guns then. Broke out the LMG.
Yeah, freaking cool down, man.
I will. I'll cool down now. I'm sorry. I'll wind it back. Pull it back. Pull it back.
I was just trying to do like a little friendly something for the kids.
I mean, gunshots aren't really for kids unless you're in an American high school, but hey!
Yeah, this is just like at the rodeo show.
Ah, okay. Okay, I was going full, like, Call of Duty style, but never mind.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wonderful bastards and bitches out there, welcome to episode 143 of the community, the Manga Raiders Community Happy Hour.
The community, it doesn't matter whatever community you are in, this podcast is for your community specifically. I don't care what it is. I don't give a shit. This is the podcast for your community.
I reckon
it could be your own artist community. I don't freaking care. It's a podcast for your community.
I absolutely believe that would work because how little we spend on anime overall, we could probably just get away with going, we are the insert your own community happy hour.
So Thundering Hell on DeviantArt, we are about your community.
We are about the Sonic Inflation fan art community. Let's get in there. Ooh.
I've seen the new art. I know how good it's been getting. Techniques have been evolving. I definitely think this is a good era to be alive.
It is. I'm not going to question this is a good era to be alive. If you are into inflation art, your needs have been served.
Back in 1940, they would have to wait for a cartoonist to accidentally, maybe Garfield ate a bunch of lasagna, so they're like, look how fat he got, and people would be like, finally, this is my representation. I've been looking for this frickin' forever.
Do you think commissions of inflation art existed back in 1940s? Because commissions must have, surely.
I mean, stuff like this probably came into existence more from the cartoons and stuff like that from the 90s and early 2000s. So I would say probably not, unless there's some old Looney Tunes episode where Daffy is I don't know, he's freaking eating a bunch of shit. And
I'm going to say that someone was into it, but
it's possible.
We wouldn't have called it the same thing.
Don't let your dreams be dreams, guys.
It's documented a little differently. The song, Whole Lot of Love is really about inflation.
See, it's it's all those historical figures that were just really, really good friends with this one guy. Weren't gay, just really, really good friends.
They were just trying stuff out. It's like a bit of a video rental, except with your guy friends. It happens all the time.
It's only gay if you say I love you at the end of it, guys. You should have learned this from Kansas, but let's not tell everyone about the backstage
But
deals.
if you say I love you like a friend, then it's okay.
Yeah. Say no homo, you're all good. But we should probably introduce the show. It isn't the insert community happy hour. It's Manga Raiders happy hour. This is
shit.
It.
We're declared.
Episode 143. We're going to raise our own banner on this one, I guess. Plant a flag, because no one else is going to claim this. Lord knows no one will want this part of their community. Anime included. But my name is Simon, better known as Vacant. And to my virtual left, you've already heard them. It is the greatest, the latest, the most sensationalist.
The only ones who showed up.
Oh.
I am sensational. I don't have, my harmonica's in the other room, so I don't want to go get it. So instead, I will go.
It was almost like it. I can try and fix it in post and do a harmony of harmonicas.
Yeah, you can also not, so it's fine.
I was going to say that would require work with the editing, and if anyone's listened to my editing
you're
style...
You're gonna edit this probably on Thursday, so it's all good.
Right. I am going to stop you right there. Last week's episode came out on time.
Did it? I didn't notice.
Not on YouTube. On SoundCloud and Podbean it did, which is what counts.
Okay. Yeah,
it's what counts. As long as it's on iTunes on Wednesday, that's all good. That's my barometer of what happens.
There you go.
The YouTube video is Thursday, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, that's Manimal. Hope Manimal's okay. We'll speak to him more later. I'm saying that as if you're like an interview guest. I don't know why I did that.
I hope he's okay. We don't know if he's okay, but we'll figure it out as the episode goes on.
Yeah, I was saying it as if I was talking to someone else other than you fuckers in the room. As if there was an audience sitting there, and I'm like, we'll get to him later.
This is a private conversation that people have rudely been listening to for 3 years.
We'll get to the breakup later.
And, of course, filling out the trio that we have tonight, he is the bestest, the restest. It's Coryn. Whoa.
I am definitely not the most rested, I will tell you that.
Restless, then. How about that?
Restless, I suppose. There's some dark circles under my eyes the last couple days.
Oh, told you lay off that weed. But, you know, you do you.
I freaking told you that street fights weren't worth it.
It's not the street fights, that's the problem.
That, juggalo makeup is
what?
not...
Gigolo makeup like a gigolo.
I'm the Juggalo? Which comes first? I think it's Juggalo.
A juggalo.
Is that a gigolo who is a juggalo, or is it a gigolo for juggalos?
Juggling gigolo.
You just invented a rap song from 1995.
And he's a fan of gelatin. He ain't. I'm telling him that he's a fan of gelatin.
He's Italian. That didn't
Canada Linen. Yeah, that didn't work.
But yeah, that's us. You're going to hear us for the next 2 hours, so enjoy. Nair and Lego aren't here, and, you know, they just aren't. It's fine. You guys free. Some would say the free best of the happy hour. The happy hour is
we're always best. Here. We're the best because we're here and no one else is, so we can say that.
Yeah. You know, we still love those guys. And, of course, everyone else has been a happy hour. Thanks. We want you back. But...
I only love you when I'm talking to you.
Yeah, that's the truest shit. Like, I can believe that when you say that. Like, anyone else who said that would be a joke, but, you know.
The truth is, Manimal has no object permanence, so unless we're directly interacting with him, he forgets we exist.
Couldn't give a shit.
No. You know that you guys know how I feel about you.
A little too well nowadays.
Yeah, pretty much.
How was your week, Manimal?
Well, my week was okay. It was pretty busy in the last couple of days. Today was so busy my bones hurt, but I didn't really do anything too. So there's this one guy who comes in. He's pretty cool. He's an Irish guy, pretty much a freaking legend. Everyone loves him because he's Irish and also because he's like majestical. So you know he's the kind of guy he'll cash a check and he'll give you like $40 as a tip. And he brings in a bunch of stuff that's worth a ton, and he'll be like, $10, whatever's fair. And we're just like, this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
So it was 5:00, right, an hour before closing, and dude buys a bike for $200, and an hour later, one of my coworkers there, buddy, he sees the bike lying on the street, and he's like, oh shit, what happened to him? Has he been attacked? Like, all of a sudden, this bike they saw the guy buy is, like, on the street, and, like, the bell's broken off, which is probably the most, like, alarming detail to me. Like, if he just found the bike, I'd be like, okay, but the bell was broken off, which tells me that he could have died, or who knows? There could have been a struggle.
The bike's seamless. The bike has not a scratch on it. But goddammit, the bell's gone.
Yeah, but if you remove the bell, I felt something stir in my soul, but he's like, the bell was gone. I was like, oh shit, this is real. But anyway, so it was a couple weeks, but then he came in again the other day, and I was like, hey man, buddy found your freaking bike out there. He's like, oh, and he got a little shifty. He's like, it was a spiritual practice for goodwill. I left it there for someone. Spiritual practice. And I was like,
So,
okay.
Was part of the spiritual practice getting high and then riding it into a wall?
I don't know. Like, what we thought, what we were like convinced is that he bought the bike, tried to ride it, got pissed off, and just threw it on the ground. But
the bell. He was like, I'm getting my money's worth.
But when I told him this, he was like, it was a spiritual practice for goodwill.
Did he, because this is what I'm having trouble understanding. Was it a test to see if people stole it or if someone returned it to the pawn shop for you guys?
You know,
or
it could have been a test in his head, but I don't think he's like, I don't know where his head is. All I know is that I really like this guy and he's super cool.
There's a potential for some like methamphetamines going through the system, perchance.
100%. There's potential. Like again, he's like spiritual practice, but then he's like, I was like, the guy has your bike at his house and he wants to give it back to you, so he's like, oh, I'll sell it back for $20. The bike's worth $200. So I was like, okay. So anyways, it came in today and I was like, okay, I'll give you $80 for your bike there. And he's like, okay. And then he gives $50 to the guy who found the bike. So it was like, holy shit.
Well,
So
I'm not
maybe it
convinced
was.
you don't have some sort of weird trickster god coming to your pawn shop.
Well, it was because again, I gave him 80. He only wanted 20, but I gave him 80 because I like the guy, and then he gave 50 to the guy that got the bike because he's like a good man. You're a good man. You're very honest. So, this guy believes in like the goodness of humans because he gave it to one of us to give to Buddy when he comes in tomorrow. So it was like, holy shit, this guy like believes in us. He's a lot of good spirit, but like. Are you okay?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe he practices what he preaches, I guess.
It sounds like he's probably more okay than the rest of you put together.
That's possible because I like this guy a lot. Like he's a freaking cool guy, and he seems to have like this great view on things. Because again,
I know what it is. Is it because he's actually altruistic? You think he's suspicious? You think you've got one hand on your keys because of this guy?
No, I don't think he's shady. I just think there are elements about him that are just strange. Like I don't know how many people will buy a $200 bike and ditch it as a part of a spiritual practice.
That is really weird. Like unless he's got cash to burn.
At the same time, the guy who found it got $50, so that worked out for him.
Yeah.
He could have sold the bike for $100, but he didn't.
So weird.
It was just again. We all love this guy. Again, he's just like the freaking just. He's not or anything like that. But he's just a freaking.
None of them are like.
No, they're not. This guy's
for any
just
new
like
listeners, I just want to point out, for any new listeners and wondered what the fuck that noise was, that's Manimal's impression of an Irish person.
No, you guys, the context is when I worked at Pizza Hut in the morning and no one was there, and I recorded voice clips and sent them to you guys, and one of them was, I'm an Irishman.
Yes, but you still had to make that decision on your own. It doesn't matter if you're working at Pizza Hut alone.
No, it all is about Pizza Hut.
No, man. I worked a lot of jobs alone, and I never did anything like that.
I just had fun. But no, I like this guy. He's freaking great, but I know I just thought that was quite a fun story. One of those, like, it's I kind of like it because it's a wholesome story,
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit unusual. Can't think of anything.
It's very, very unusual.
It's like a test of faith, like you said, I guess. Like, to see if someone would return it.
That's true, and someone did, so, like, maybe he has more faith in humanity or something.
He was vindicated, yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
It doesn't explain how the bike got busted up in the first place, though.
Well, I think he said he was riding it, he's like, oh, the bell broke off, and like, I guess he took the bell off, or the bell fell off. The bell was, again, the most alarming detail to me, but yeah, that's just one of the many fun stories that I get to encounter.
Is that why you only offered him $80? Because the bell had come off, and you're like,
yes, I actually deducted $20 for the bell.
$120 is coming off, my friend.
Well, the guy only wanted $20. He brings in stuff that's worth like $100, and he'll be like, $10, whatever's fair. I'm like, dude, you paid like probably $30 for this. Okay, I was suspicious. You brought in like a big old machete and all this other like a freaking.
I just need to get rid of this. I don't care what you buy it for. Just take it.
It was also a pitchfork and a pitchfork. And I was like, is he living on a farm?
Or maybe he's a serial killer and he's pawning off his weapons to get rid of them.
It's possible.
Maybe he killed someone with a bell?
It's possible.
That's gonna take a lot of effort, I think. I don't know. He probably just has like one of those places where it's, covered in outbuildings and there's just crap out there.
Yeah, I was genuinely confused by the pitchfork though, because he doesn't live on a farm. I know that much, but I don't. Sometimes weird stuff happens and you just gotta.
You don't get paid to ask questions.
There's always use for a pitchfork. I mean, if you have a yard, I wouldn't, if he has just like a little yard with a shed, I'd have a pitchfork in there.
Kansas Coryn. Always got the pitchfork.
I don't know, what if you have a garden?
Okay,
I didn't think about that. That's true.
A little trowel.
That's true. And but
if you're like getting the garden ready in the morning, in like the spring, you really got to tear that grass up, and now everyone's gonna have
I want to note that this guy was so considerate that he put like packing tape over the blade of a saw that he brought in. Like this guy, he's thinking, he's like,
okay, blood.
He's like, I gotta. Yeah.
I mean, it's packing tape. It's clear, so.
Yeah, I think I'd be able to see if it was freaking blood-stained. I think I'd be like, okay, man,
I'm thinking of the brown tape, whatever that is. Parcel tape.
Oh, no. That's when I do a big smile while simultaneously dialing 911 behind the counter.
Do you not have a panic button in there?
No. Not in the pawn shop, surely.
I mean, I would. Shit.
Like a personal one?
No, like under the counter.
Nah, I've never worked anywhere with a little panic button.
You haven't worked in a pawn shop.
That's true. That is true. Touche.
But yeah, that guy, he's interesting. And otherwise, I didn't do anything that exciting. There was some stuff that happened. And yeah. And I got pretty jealous. I showed you guys there's a pretty badass picture of my great grandpa. And I spent probably 20 minutes looking at this picture yesterday and wondering why I'm not this cool.
Oh yeah. Manimal's grandpa looks like an action movie hero from the 80s. He has a jaw chiseled out of stone.
Yeah.
It's the haunted eyes. Like, he could kill you with a look.
I mean, this is after being captured by the British in North Africa, so, he probably wasn't too happy, but...
Wait, he was captured by the British in North Africa?
Yeah.
What army was he in?
Italy.
That's why.
That grandpa. Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't specify which grandpa it was.
No, I didn't. That's true. Yeah.
I thought it was Finland. Finnish. I was like, what's a Finnish army doing in Africa?
No, yeah, that'd be confusing, but no.
Fair enough.
Weren't the Finns? One of them was Axis in World War II, just because they really hated the Russians.
Yeah, the Finns.
Yeah, the Finns.
Hey, you're fucked either way.
Yeah.
You got an assload of British in World War II, unfortunately.
An assload of British.
There we go. There's an episode title if we need one. But
assload of British. Yeah.
he was a hardcore looking dude. I suppose everyone was because he's lived through a fucking war.
But no, I was looking up. I was actually I was getting sometimes when it's not jealousy, but you want to make sure that things are good. So I was looking up Italian prisoner of war pictures, and I was like, okay, he's easily the coolest. Everyone else, looks silly. They have those typical silly Italian features. They look pretty goofy, and I was like, I had to make sure that he was the coolest one.
There was a million Italian prisoners of war, but I looked at least 50, so we're good.
I had to make sure he was the coolest one.
Hey, motherfucker, you should comment on any family tree and just go, look, my prisoner of war granddad was harder than your prisoner of war granddad. Just saying.
Yeah. Just saying. Yeah, but yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say.
It's as if it was trading cards or something there. It's well, I got mine. He's the best.
Well, it's that natural thing if I don't know, you had a car, maybe you're into cars and someone has a cooler car than you, but you'd be yeah, but there's a little bit of rust there and yeah, it's not that cool.
Yeah.
Typical newer models. Everyone has those newer models. I restored mine from the ground up. Yeah, I guess envy is the word.
Some
or not it's when you want to
lashing out of envy, I think.
Or not envy, but you want to when you're scanning the competition is what I should say.
Yeah. Some people into cars. Manimal's into grandpas. It's, that is what it is.
But not old grandpas, grandpas when they were young. Future grandpas.
Grandpas.
Future grandpas.
Future grandpas. There you go.
You gotta get with Manimal. You gotta prove you're gonna be a grandfather in 50 years.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the only way.
That's all that's gonna happen. Update them Tinder profiles, peeps.
Maybe I should put this picture on Tinder. It might work for me.
It's an old photo of me.
This is an old photo of me.
It was from the mid-2000s. I was, it was a cloudy day. That's why it's black and white.
It was a cloudy day. I was a little pissed off. I was tired that day.
I was feeling autistic, so I put a black and white filter on there. But don't judge me. I'm just creative outlet. I'll just do it for the gram.
You're putting a black and white filter on a sepia tone filter, basically.
Give it a go. See what happens.
Or how does it go? Would you say I have 12.5% of his DNA, or how does that work?
Some of it.
He was your grandfather?
Great.
Great grandfather. Okay.
You have 1/8 of his, I think, because you have 4, double that 8. 1/8 is 12.5%.
12.5%.
There you go. Over 10% of you is that. So,
Boom. But yeah, that's it. That's it.
And how about you, Coryn? What have you been up to, dude?
A lot of work, busy at work again this week, but that's all completely irrelevant because I found the best show on Netflix.
What?
Now, if you don't care about food or history, this is going to be very boring.
I knew it was going to be food. I was like, okay.
It's not just food or history, it's food and history.
Okay, so I can see why you're so high on this then.
It's very cool. So, unfortunately, it's only 6 episodes because it's it's not from the UK, it's from Ireland.
Hey, Irish episode.
It's called Lords and Ladles, where like 3 Irish celebrity chefs, I guess, go to these big old castles in Ireland and cook meals out of cookbooks they found from 1600 or whatever.
That's pretty cool.
So they're making like old weird foods for, Irish aristocrats basically. So, but they like break up to like one's actually cooking, another one's going around like finding all the weird shit they gotta find, and then another one's just like going through the house and like looking at the history of stuff. So like in the last episode I watched, they get to display one of Winston Churchill's dresses.
His dress?
His dress from when he was a baby.
Oh, okay. I was like, the statue near Westminster has him in like a 3-piece suit with a coat on.
Yeah,
Maybe they should chisel in a little dress for him.
Chisel in a dress. But yeah, they do that and they make weird food. Like, so many things it's a very meat heavy, like surprisingly large amount of meat and an industrial amount of food for surprisingly few people.
They were living it up, no, weren't they? These rich people.
They were, and like using every part of every single animal. Cause like there's this one like pie they made that had, if you think of an organ or some sort of offal or anything, it's in there.
Yeah.
Up to and including tongue, eyeballs, sweetbreads, which are like pancreas and stuff.
Pancreas.
Stomach linings are used in the recipe. And not to mention testicles. Plenty of testicles. 2 episodes so far have had testicles.
Gotta use them, I guess.
Gotta use them. And a lot of marinating in blood. Big thing, apparently. And the funny part is, it's all these old things, but they're still people taste good. Again, all very, very heavy, and some interesting uses for potatoes. But, yeah. There's one thing so far that came out that everyone was no, that's disgusting, and that was I think calf's foot jelly.
Oh, yeah, that sounds grim.
Looked pretty, but did not taste good apparently. But everything else, just hey, I'd eat that. Again, 90% meat and butter, but
I can't remember which. I think it was Heston Blumenthal. He's a dude who does crazy creations and shit, and he went back and to a Victorian recipe, and it was the head of a pig, with the brain and shit intact. It was you put that in a pot with boiling water, and you let it cook for 24 hours or something ridiculous. And
they did that. They didn't cook it quite as long, and it never ended up getting fully cooked, so they just had a centerpiece. But I mean, I'd take a big bite out of the cheek. Just tear some cheek meat off. It's okay. Pigs a pig's cheek meat is supposed to be really good and tender if you get it cooked.
Yeah, it's yeah. Less I think about it, the better. I've said it before. I don't like my meat. I just don't want it to represent what it was in life, because then I can disassociate it. Chicken don't look like chicken, does it? You know.
It kind of does. If you have a whole chicken.
If you have a whole one, yeah. But if you have chicken breast, it's just a lump of food.
Well, yeah, but it's good to know where your food comes from. It lets you appreciate it a little more.
Nah, ignorance is bliss for me. I don't want to know.
Typical silly dweller.
As long as it's not poisonous, I'm all good.
Well, that's the other fun thing. Finding out what you really should be eating and what you shouldn't. Because these things have terrible, terrible things in them for you that nobody would eat anymore if you had any health consciousness whatsoever.
Did they still include that? What kind of shit? Just lard and stuff, or?
Oh yeah, lots of lard. I mean, they cut out some of the stuff because part of the idea is that they are still chefs, so they're trying to make it actually taste good.
Maybe we should leave a few testicles out of this pie. Maybe.
Oh no, the testicles are apparently delectable, but it's things like maybe don't put in the eyeballs. We don't need the eyeballs.
Yeah, I can't see. I don't think anyone, even back then, would look at an eyeball and go, do you know what? I'm going for it. That's going to be lovely.
I'd eat an eyeball. Why not?
Nah.
You cook it up. Apparently, I don't know. It's the weird extra bits till you find out. Again, I keep going back to the testicles. It's a big joke in the show. But apparently, once you cook a testicle, you must peel it.
Oh, my God. I think mine have retracted into my throat right now. Ugh.
It just makes me hungry watching that show.
So technically, I guess Shrek was a big testicle then. Rather than an onion, he used the wrong analogy.
Wait, what? Shrek?
He was like an onion. He had layers.
Huh?
Can't peel him. Never mind.
I mean, I think you can peel an onion, but I think testicles only had really the one outer layer and the inner layer. It's two layers.
Mine's got triple layers. I upgraded mine to have like the triple wall.
You should get a doctor to look at that. That doesn't sound good.
Oh, they're sitting baking away there with their little faces on. But yeah, that's made me feel ill, so appreciate that.
No, I have a very well-rounded appetite, I guess.
That's fair.
What would be like the best animal testicles to eat? Like if you were like if you like everything was gonna die, or you eat animal testicles, like what animal's testicles is it gonna be?
Well, I don't know. Mountain oysters are very popular out here.
That's bull
Mountain
testicles,
oysters.
It is. I mean, cow. You know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably go.
So
with
I guess it can't go bad.
I think I'd go with a gorilla.
Gorilla's testicle, really?
Yeah, like that'd be interesting. It'd be a
Were you
unique
telling
experience.
me if you had the chance to eat a gorilla testicle, you wouldn't? I mean, I might not. I think that's how you get like diseases from eating things too close to human.
Yeah, it's very likely that would happen.
Wait, why don't people eat gorilla? Is that why?
I think so. You're not. There's certain like. I think you get too close because like people will get sick from eating human meat.
What if gorilla testicles? Because like there's the rumor, the thing that everyone spread, the propaganda was that AIDS came from fucking monkeys, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've heard various. Well, fucking monkeys was earlier on. Later on, I heard eating monkeys.
Yeah,
Eating monkeys.
that was like the sort of rumor thing. So what if gorilla testicles contain the cure? So like, if you shag a monkey, that inflicts the AIDS, but if you eat its testicles, then you're all good.
I mean, I guess we wouldn't have AIDS.
Time
I
to
feel like
just,
someone would have figured it out.
Someone get on that. If anyone is listening and you are a scientist desperately seeking the cure for AIDS, just castrate.
I mean, it's just the thing is, our stomachs are used to the kind of diet we already have, like, built into us.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just not a lot of monkey in it. And I think it's just something, they're too human for anyone to look at and go, that's dinner.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
people eat monkey, but it's not like a main course dish. Nobody's going out of their way to eat some monkey.
that would be pretty graphic to eat a monkey.
Which animal has the smallest testicles? Because that'd probably be the one I'd eat. Because then you haven't got too much to chew through.
I don't have a full list of animals that have testicles.
What about a goldfish?
A goldfish.
I don't know
don't
if goldfish
have
has testicles necessarily.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I guess that's what caviar is all about. It's all fish eggs.
Oh my god, caviar's little fish
fish eggs.
testicles.
I mean, they're
Is that
not
what it is?
testicles, they're eggs, but it's probably the closest we can get there.
What if we've all been told a lie? And they are just fish balls?
I feel like there's not enough fish testicles in the world. Because you buy caviar like 1 billion at a time.
1 billion.
You've seen caviar, it's tiny little globules.
Yeah, why is caviar like the stereotypical rich food?
Because it's expensive, I guess.
It is expensive. I think it's also one of those things where it didn't used to be the rich person food until rich people started buying it and driving up the price artificially. Same thing happened with oysters and lobsters.
Yeah, I guess so.
And overfishing, that didn't help.
Yeah, I remember when I used to catch lobsters down at the one place that you'd have to go to by boat. Later on, I'd go to Swordfish and I'd sell them. I get quite a bit. I used to make fires and cook them up. And I remember when I went to fight the one dragon there, I had to bring a bunch of swordfish with me. It was pretty fun.
Talking about Minecraft or some shit? What's happening?
No, this is a freaking RuneScape, man.
I don't fucking know.
Get on my
I played
level.
RuneScape for like 5 hours in my life.
I played it for a lot more than 5 hours, that's for sure.
Definitely have if you're pulling out those references now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally just thought of that right now, and I was like, oh yes, I remember that.
We should probably hop off the animal testicle train. And,
Yeah, it'd be a good idea. It wouldn't be a bad idea, that's for sure.
So, what else did you get up to then?
I think that's about it. Mostly
Fair
watching
enough.
people eat animal testicles. But like really well prepared animal testicles.
Well, that's it's all in the presentation. That's all I'm gonna
Yep.
say.
Yeah. It's all, they say if you can shine a turd, you're basically... So how was your week? Vacant?
My week has not been too bad at all. Thank you very much. Went to London Friday and Saturday. Good Lord, it was hot. Good Lord, it was busy. So I'll set the scene. London's capital of England and a very busy city.
Is it?
It's a very busy city. Also, it was payday weekend on a hot July, on the first weekend that all the school kids have broke up for the end of the year. So you can imagine that is the perfect storm for a mass of humanity to descend on there. So Friday wasn't too bad. We hopped on down there, did some cool shit. The reason we went down is because my girlfriend wanted to see, because she's into like RuPaul's Drag Race, so she watches all that. And we went to watch one of the drag queens who was called Bianca Del Rio. You might have heard of them because they were sort of like the breakout star over the series. Or seasons, rather.
I've seen a lot of like RuPaul drag queens show up.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
like the major one.
Oh my
So
god.
we went to go see the show. Didn't really know what it was. I was assuming it was going to be stand up. It was. It was not bad. It was really not. It was way more offensive than I thought it was going to be.
Wait,
oh my
offensive
God.
or inoffensive?
Offensive. Like,
Okay.
so I was like, okay, the crowd is, mostly gay, like LGBT people, judging because they actually asked. Like, one of the warm-up pass asked, and there was mostly cheers, and then it was like, where's the straight women? Woo! Where's the straight men? Woo. It's like, so I was expecting a lot of gay jokes, that kind of humor, which is what the warm-up act was. It was a lot of innuendo about, being dressed as a girl, and because they were also a drag queen, obviously. Parody songs about sucking dick. Stuff like that. Pretty much what I expected. But then, this, Bianca came on. And yeah, they joked about cancer. Apparently one of the drag queens said they'd been raped. They made jokes about that. Everything. Like, they ripped into people in the audience. Like, 'cause that's what they're famous for. A great Whitney Houston joke. A whole bit on Anne Frank. I was like, okay, shit. She's going in. It was good. It was a good show. It was fun. That's all I can say. So that was good. And then, on the Saturday, I mean, it was fucking so hot on the Friday. Like, I didn't enjoy that tube train. Cause we fucking rode the shit out of that. Being on the tube during rush hour, like idiots, we picked it up from Leicester Square on Friday at rush hour. And it was just trying to get yourself into the tube was ridiculous. Like, physically ramming yourself in. And it's like 33, 34 degrees. And it's on the ground and it's hot as shit. I felt like I was gonna die. And then on Saturday we went to Camden Market. Big up Camden. And it was shit. Because it was so busy you couldn't move around anywhere. You were just literally at a standstill. To get in, we were just stood there. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'd love to go back.
Don't you love those lines where you're standing in it and you don't ever remember moving, but somehow you end up forward?
Yeah, I just don't understand what happened because we were moving to a point and we stopped for about 5 minutes and I was like, no one is moving either way. I don't know what's happening. Something must be, but eventually we managed to slip in and I just really didn't get a sense for it. It was great, like the beginning, you come in, there's like food stalls from like every fucking country in the world. Like no matter, whatever you wanted, there were stalls there.
What about my traditional Latvian dish?
There was a Latvian thing there. I don't know what it was serving, but there was genuinely a Latvian little stall.
Oh, actually?
There was a Lebanese one. There was obviously a lot of Greek stuff, Japanese, Hong Kong, Vietnamese, Taiwanese. Not Hong Kong.
You know what there was? You know what I can 100% guarantee there wasn't?
What?
Anything Canadian related.
I mean, there's probably at least one Canadian joint.
I doubt it.
I bet you can get poutine in Camden Market.
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
That silence tells me all.
I can't remember seeing a Canadian one. Not 100% certain, but I can't honestly say. Maybe the coffee woman. I don't know. There was a coffee stall. Maybe they were serving pancakes with some maple syrup. That's about as Canadian as you'll get for around here. Maple syrup's Canadian. If you have maple syrup and pancakes, you're all good.
Freaking close enough.
Representation! But yeah.
All right, so there is a place in Camden Market called the Cheese Bar, and they sell poutine.
Hey,
okay, fair enough. I'm okay now. Everything's all right. I'm fine.
Yep. So
there was a place that sold giant churros, and they had glitter and shit on them. I just wanted a churro. I fucking love good churros. You don't get many around here other than the Mexican restaurant Chiquitos, but I don't go there often. But anyway, it was fun. It was busy. Got home eventually. Other than that, not been doing too much. Trying to play catch up with the anime season, but I have gotten down to some writing, which is exciting times. I've actually managed to do a bit more shit. So thankfully, I'm starting to get into the swing of things with the writing. So you might see things actually posted before the year's end. Who knows?
Is it actually
happened?
Forward motion, or are you just outlining?
Actual bona fide story chapters. Like I'm writing a chapter. It's basically the bad habit that I have is, and I know I do it every single time, I know it's going to happen. The reason where I'll stop, that was a fucking retarded sentence. Also because I can't speak English and have no grasp of grammar and sentence structure. That's a problem. But what I'll do is I will start writing and then I'll get to a part in a scene midway through. It's either a third or halfway through a scene, in the middle of a conversation or in the middle of some kind of action or, something. And I'll take a break for a couple days. And I'll come back to it completely not in the right frame of mind. Can't remember where I was going with this conversation. Can't remember when it was exactly going to end and the next action would begin. And then I just get stuck in a rut for ages and I just keep staring at it and I'm like, I don't know what to do. What was I doing? Yeah, and I try to remember it.
That's why you can't stop.
Exactly. It's why it's a fucking cardinal sin that I do it every time, but I'm just push through to the end of the scene or at least to a stopping point. A natural break in the narrative, and then I can fucking take a break.
Or if you absolutely have to stop, make a note about what happens next.
Mm-hmm. Always what happens is I have to end up going back up, rereading the entire scene, the one before it, and then fucking rewriting it, and it does my head in every time. But I finally got cracking with it again. Got to the end of the scene, so I can continue. So it's good. It's cathartic to feel that way, that I've actually made some kind of progress, even though it was minuscule. The fact that I've actually done something is good. I've also started rereading Bleach as well, because I'm up to date with Noragami now. So I thought I'm gonna reread the last arc of Bleach, and because it's been a couple of years when it started, but fucking hell, it is so weird to go back to that. Just because it all flooded back, the expectations of what I had, what I thought was going to be the sort of plot for it, how wrong I was with everything that happened. It's so weird to go back to it. It's sort of like, oh my god, yeah, that had so much promise and so much, potential for where it was going to go. It starts so strong, but it is what it is. I'll report more when I get back. Well,
I don't know. I feel like it might be just hard to get into. Although I know
weird.
I don't know if you've been seeing the same news bits of the new Shonen Jump game that's coming out. That's just being chocked full of the Bleach Blood War arc stuff.
Yeah. It's actually on the docket to discuss in the news.
Is it?
Not that there's much to discuss about it. It's just Jump
The
Force.
news docket.
It is just Jump Force, but Bleach is getting a lot of shit.
We may as well jump into the news, actually, because I haven't got anything else of interest to say, pretty much. Nothing I can remember.
The news is that there's a lot of Bleach news.
Oh shit, I forgot. My new album is out. Post America, available on cantala.bandcamp.com. It features 12 tracks that were written on Nair's kitchen table with his guitar, featuring help from these guys. It's my third best album, or my second best album, or my first best. It's one of those.
It's in the top three.
It's in the top three. It could potentially be number one, but we'll give it some time. No, I'm actually really happy with what I've done here because it's focused on something specific, and it's about something specific, and is a divine week of inspiration. So you can listen to that.
That's fair enough.
KANTTILA.bandcamp.com.
We'll include a link below. I would personally want it myself. I've just checked it out, and I've just seen that you've got the Barry Road little cover up.
Yeah, because it's goodbye to Barry Goldman, so it's a little shout out to signify the end of Barry Goldman.
Oh, as if you're turning off the road. Oh, that's gonna be emotional.
Turning off the Barry Road. Yeah,
we're turning off Barry Road. There we go. I've just purchased the album myself, so there you go, guys. Thank you very much.
Big man, laying it down.
Laying it down. Got it for free.
I should say co-writer of Mr. Steak. Actually, you guys you freaking came up with the chorus, you dink. The song only exists because of you.
Oh, it's the same with the Bop Bop. How come the dumb things that I say turn into songs?
Literally, the Bop Bop and Mr. Steak and Eisenhower's theorem would not exist if you didn't. So there you go.
I'm glad I had a positive impact and contribution to the world.
Those are your life contributions right there. I hope they're worthwhile because you only get a couple.
I do like saying that. I remember we were doing some dumb shit for work the other month, and they wanted 3 random facts about us, and they were like, the randomer the better. So I said, there is a song on the internet that exists that was written by a Canadian man about my arse. And they were very confused and is that true? I was like, yeah, hell yeah it is. It's called the Bop Bop. It's a classic. It's an absolute banger.
It's absolute banger. Yeah. It is.
I don't think they looked it up, most sadly. Maybe they did.
If they did, they'd find out it was too much of a banger for them to handle.
That's it. That's why I haven't seen them again. They had to have a month off just to recover. But speaking of recovering, let's recover and go back into the news.
Okay, here's the news theme.
News. Yeah, so a lot of Bleach shit coming out. The one that we already said pretty much is that there's a brand new trailer for Jump Force, which is the collaborative Shonen Jump-esque game where they're all in the real world and fighting shit. And they've debuted Bleach, and we've seen Rukia, Ichigo, and Aizen in the trailer, but they are all, as Coryn said, from the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. So it's Ichigo with the 2 blades, it's Rukia as a lieutenant, and Aizen with his weird prisoner garb on. It looks good. I mean, I have no idea how I feel about this game, because I want it to be good. I think I'm biased with it, how much I want this game to succeed, because I think it could be really fun if you just have everyone loves a crossover, we all love a crossover, and it's going to be ludicrous to try and weave a narrative between here's Goku, Luffy, Naruto, and Ichigo and Light all fucking bunged into the real world, and now they've got to fight villains. So it's going to be such a stupid narrative, but it would be so much fun, and you could make it work.
It's not about a game being good. It's about having the characters from the animes.
That's true. I mean, who hasn't thought about it going, what if? What if?
Yeah, I'd rather play with fun characters though, and have just random combinations. I want a survival game, a first-person shooter kind of survival game where I play as Azusa against a variety of other slice-of-life characters.
So, I mean, if you want some slice-of-life survival game, that'd be pretty sick, actually. I'd like that.
Yeah, it'd be the next Battle Royale.
Moe Battle Royale.
Yeah. Be pretty good.
That'd be good.
I'd play it.
I like Moe Battle Royale. Someone please make that. Did you? I know this is totally off topic, but that's what we do here. Did anyone ever see that bootleg Pokemon game that someone made where they turned every Pokemon into a Moe-like character, but like faithfully representing, like you could tell what each Pokemon was, like who they were supposed to be. It was actually really good. They were really talented, but you also thought, why? Like, why did they do it?
Yeah, I did not see that specific bootleg Pokemon game.
Let me see if I can find it. Moe Pokemon.
I'm just trying to figure out how they make them all, but also know what they are. I don't know.
Moemon. Moemon is what it was called.
Of course it was.
Honestly, if you see them, you'll understand what I mean. Because like Snorlax looked exactly like Snorlax, and they were. Is this the? I don't know if this is the official artwork. I'll share it with you guys. Why not? Just search Moemon. People who are listening at home. We used to do a link up, but I can't be asked anymore. So.
Moemon.
There you go. That's how committed we are to this. Search Moemon and go onto the images, and you'll be able to find plenty of them. Some wonderful images of some wonderful representations. Like I say, it's actually quite talented. Like the art is not bad, and it's pretty cool, but no idea why it was made. Who knows? But so Jump Force is coming. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not disappointing. We can hold out hope. Because worst case scenario, it's bad. And then we don't have to worry about it. Speaking of sort of blasts from the past as well, we have Digimon getting a new film project. It's got the original anime staff returning, and the characters who were in the first season of the anime, so like Tai and Matt and all those kind of people, they're now adults. They're now 22 years old. So that's kind of cool. I like that, how they're sort of going to go back after so many years.
I'm not an adult.
I'm an adult. You are?
You are, but I also feel like he maybe have missed the original.
By classification.
Okay. Okay, you did, didn't you? It's throwing me off because of the Japanese ones. Like, in the original Japanese, they were called different names. So, like, he was Taichi. Matt was Yamato. At least you can kind of get Tai from Taichi. Or is it like Yamato?
Yamato,
Yamato,
he could have been... Yeah, Matt's in that, so it's fair.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't see that until I said it out loud.
And his friends call him Matto.
Matto-san.
Oh, okay, now I see what Moemon's about.
Just Moemon, just some Pokemon Moe girls. I don't know why it was made.
Because it was there.
Because it's like a full game, and like they've put a lot of effort into it, and it looks good. Like they've done good work there. But again, who knows? It's a mystery. But yeah, so Digimon's getting a good thing. So if you like Digimon, that's an interesting little tidbit for you there. Also, some sad news for you, Manimal, as well. I just want to say,
yeah.
If you remember months ago, Love Life Sunshine, the town that it was set in, they had some manhole covers installed.
Oh yeah, the vandalism of the manhole covers, yeah.
Sadly, that they've been vandalized.
Yeah,
they got spray painted over back in the day.
Yeah, I saw that.
Some Love Live haters went over.
I mean, Love Life Sunshine, if you know, how do you feel if you've been part of this town forever and all of a sudden they're like, Love Live Sunshine, and you see the manhole covers look pretty corny, I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe they weren't Love Live haters. They were Love Live lovers, but Love Live Sunshine haters. So they were all for. Yeah,
they could have liked Muse a lot more. Exactly. It's definitely possible.
They were like, maybe that's what they spray painted, and it was like Muse for life.
Yeah, also they're making a Love Live Sunshine movie that's set in Italy, which is, that's pretty cool.
Really?
It's pretty alright. Yeah. Because Mari's half Italian, so it makes sense.
Oh, okay. So, like, the cast go over to Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking like it's going to be a whole new cast, but just for a film, and that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that would be stupid. They're just gonna sing Ti Amo and it'll be a great time. No, but no, they're gonna do that, and it's it'll probably be a thing where it plays everywhere in Ontario except for here. Frickin' Barrie, Ontario. It played in frickin' Barrie, Ontario. I'm bitter, but anyway, that'll be it'll probably be it'll be cheesy. It'll be corny. It'll be stupid. But there'll at least be a good 30 minutes of fun.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be good. I'm sure it will
at least 30 minutes.
That's what Love Live is, though, so it's all good.
Exactly. Just a little bit of entertainment in your life.
That's why I love Live.
Hey, bum.
Shit.
I guess what we should quickly rehash as well is the San Diego Comic-Con and Anime Expo 2018. So, I've got a very quick roundup. We're not going to spend too much time on any stories unless they're of particular interest to you guys.
Yeah,
so
we'll
I'm going to
be
just
here forever.
I'll just sort of hit them rapid fire just to lay them down, see what you guys think. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is getting a reboot.
Great.
Who's looking forward to that?
Nobody.
I guess it's a sign of the times, but the only thing that we know about it, like, as it says, at the current stage, the only details known is that, Monica Owusu Breen is the showrunner, and that the Slayer will be intended to be African American.
So it's not so much of a reboot, is it? If you're not, like, taking the same characters then.
No, it'd be, I'm assuming it's just different characters.
I mean, it's sort of just a...
Well, obviously it'll be Buffy, but...
Because Buffy the Vampire Slayer never stopped. It just became a comic book for 15 years.
Yeah.
So,
it's gonna be a weird one. It's just weird that they don't release any plot details, no story, no plot, no nothing. They go, but you need to know the ethnicity of the main character, and you need to know that there'll be a stronger focus on diversity.
I mean,
I don't care.
Buffy the
Vampire shit.
Well, a lot of people do actually. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer never had a consistent plot in the first fucking place. It was a Monster of the Week show.
But if you say that a series is coming out, I want to know what it's about. I want to know what's going to happen. I want to know what's different. I guess, saying, oh wait, but the characters are going to be black. Don't matter. That doesn't mean they're going to be a different, that has nothing to do with who the character's going to be. Unless they're going to be playing up a stereotype. Which is, I hope not. I really hope not.
So, if you already know it's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, there's certain things to expect with Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Well, yeah, it's kind of silly that they keep doing stuff like this. Like, why not just make new things with...
That's not going to sell. Is it going to sell because
No. What was the last time there was a successful TV reboot?
Freaking shout out to the 2008 Knight Rider series.
Didn't go well.
It didn't go well at all. They had a mech.
Has never been successfully rebooted.
They had a mech version of Car that was played by Optimus Prime.
I have no idea. I can't think of a TV reboot to be honest. That's been successful.
It never works.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars revival trailer has happened.
I'm real fucking excited, actually.
I was going to say, I know you'd be happy with that because I know apparently I never watched the animated series, but apparently it went down well. People liked it.
When did they stop making it?
Basically, what happened with the original is they got 5 seasons in, and then the show got canned, and then they eventually worked it out that the 6th season got put out on Netflix.
Okay.
But there was a 7th season that was all ready to go. Well, it wasn't ready to go, but it was written and all that stuff was done. But then they just never got the funding for it. So this is the last season. So it's 12 episodes or something like that, and wraps up all the storylines that never got wrapped up.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
It's good. It's good that it's coming. Like I say, apparently it was strong. So anyone who's a fan of the animated series, more to come, which is going to be good. Stargirl. Some DC Universe streaming thing. I don't know. Some TV series with Stargirl. I've never heard of it, so don't know.
I don't give a shit about any of the superhero TV shows.
Sad news now for The Walking Dead. It's saying it as if it's news. Andrew Lincoln definitely leaving. It's like they announced it months ago. You don't just go, yeah, but he is still leaving. Yep, definitely still leaving.
Is it sad news though?
I mean, it's fucking sad news for the producers because they're scrambling, wondering where they're gonna go with this. Considering the only feasible character who could have taken over, Carl, is now dead anyway in the show. So, because that would have been the natural progression, as if Rick was gonna die, or if he's gonna leave. Because I don't know if they're gonna kill him off, or if he's gonna go live a solitary life, or whatever. But if you're gonna go down that road where he wasn't gonna be in the show anymore, you would kill him off. And you would have Carl take over as the main character. Even though everyone hates Carl, but he's grown up into a person, that's the most logical way I could see it from a story standpoint. Now I don't know what they're going to do. I guess Daryl will be the new main character.
Hopefully they just canceled the show.
Yeah. I have no idea what they're going to do.
If you know how sometimes, some people might call someone by their last name and they get more familiar. The more familiar I get, Can I call them Carl and be like, my favorite Carl song is Say It Ain't So?
There we go. That was Manimal's terrible joke of the evening. The obscure reference of the show. We've got to get one in at least once or twice. Yes, you can, in answer to that. Okay. Batwoman TV series coming soon. Supergirl cast the first transgender superhero. American Horror Story Season 8 confirms that the title will be Apocalypse.
Another show that's still somehow on the air.
Wow, it's called Apocalypse. It's a really creative title.
I wonder what this one's going to be about.
What's next? Fallout?
This one could be interesting because apparently it's rumored that it will be a crossover between the first and third seasons. So that'd be kind of interesting.
Oh, actually that could... I don't know about the third season. I only watched the first season, but I was thinking this was going to be some weird Mad Max apocalypse. No, this is... Because the end of the first season, spoiler alert for the 10-year-old show, the Antichrist is born.
Yeah. Third season was all about Coven. It was the witches. So there was these witches and then some voodoo people and all this kind of shit. So that'd be kind of interesting if that all ties in together. I'd probably watch it. I didn't watch season 7. I watched the first episode of Cult. It was all about, Trump get off. I can't be bothered.
I don't know.
I'm sure it was fine, but yeah, I was kind of burnt out. I liked season 6 because that was an interesting. Well, it ended shit, but they kind of all do. That's sort of the thing with American Horror Stories, where it raises some interesting points, and it does the narrative is pretty interesting, and then they don't know how to end it, so it just kind of all fucking comes together in a hashed fashion. But who knows? I'll watch it. What else is there? There was a Star Trek series trailer for some TV show, Iron Fist Season 2.
I mean, Star Trek's still going on, the one that nobody can actually watch.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's a whole nother we didn't even get to the goddamn movies. One idiot. I'm reading all the TV shit, and no one cares about the TV shit. Shazam had a trailer. I think we mentioned it last week.
Yeah. Looks
fun. Could be different. But it's weird because it's from DC and it's going to be like a sort of comedic...
I mean, I watched the trailer and I was like, well, this is an interesting low-budget fan movie-looking thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like an actual, real movie. The fact that they're even making this is, puzzling.
That's why I think it could be good because
it's different. I guess they want it to be I don't know, Deadpool or something like that. But
Shazam's an actually interesting, popular character in the comics and all that.
Yeah.
So it's just a little strange that the budget seems to be what it is.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a real. Is this actually a theater released movie?
I should assume so. I mean, I was just thinking. I saw the trailer or whatever, and I'm like, oh, it's a television.
Yeah, the trailer makes it look like it's just some, I don't know, a Netflix movie or something. It doesn't look like something you'd actually go see at the show.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it will be a Netflix thing. I don't know. Is it?
Apparently it's coming out in theaters from what I've seen. Which is weird. I don't, who knows? I think it's quite a departure from what DC have put out so far, but I think it could work in their favor. Because,
I don't actually think anything can work in their favor at this point, but,
it ain't going to recoup the losses. I mean, I'm sure they still made a shit ton of money from Batman vs Superman and Justice League, Suicide Squad, and all those things, but, probably not as much as they wanted to. The other one from DC was Aquaman. Had a trailer. Anyone interested in Aquaman?
Yeah, I'm more interested in Aquaman, but Aquaman was pretty interesting as well.
Yeah. Mr. Pronunciation over there.
Brefixed.
Yeah. Along the other end of the scale, like, say, yeah, Shazam looked pretty cheap, but fucking hell. Like, the effects and stuff in Aquaman, it looks pretty, very CG. Well, I suppose it has to be. It's underwater, I guess, in Atlantis, so it's very
it's
CG
gonna
heavy.
be almost entirely CG.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought Manta Ray dude looks kind of cool. I forget his name. Is he just called Manta Ray?
I have no idea. I watched it and I was just like...
Black Manta. He's called Black Manta.
Black Manta. I thought you were just going to say Black Man.
And so is the guy in the suit, as it turns out.
Hey. I just had no...
When are they making another Catwoman movie?
As soon as Halle Berry comes back.
God willing, never.
What if they made one with, what's her name again? Who played her in Dark Knight? Or not now?
That's just a fool's errand trying to get the old actresses to play it again, dude.
I don't know. I don't
Someone
know.
else.
Played one specific version of the character.
Yeah. Bring back Cesar Romero.
We covered what's it? Godzilla last week. So we mentioned the Godzilla movie last week. So we won't need to go through that again. Glass trailer was decent. Showed a bit of the plot of Glass.
What's Glass?
So it's the M. Night Shyamalan movie. So it's the one where, do you know Unbreakable?
Oh yeah.
With Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
He's a superhero.
Is this the sequel to Unbreakable? Kind of.
Yeah, because Split, which I remember watching Split, and I was just like, what? Like, at the very, very end, like, it's the very last scene is Bruce Willis in there, and then you realize that it's in the same universe. So they're all apparently in some kind of, like, hospital, like they're in a mental hospital or something. All three of these guys, and the doctor's there, so we'll see what happens. It looks cool. I liked Split. I liked Unbreakable. It's been many years since I watched Unbreakable. But I remember Samuel L. Jackson as a bad guy was cool. So I will definitely watch this one. Hopefully it's good. And then that's about it for this. There was some Bumblebee stuff. There was some Venom footage as well.
Oh, that reminds me.
Go on.
This is just one of my typical tangents. But I bought like some Transformers for the first time in 5 years because they did Darkwing and Dreadwind in like their most recent series. And I thought I put it all behind me, but me and my friend, we were at Walmart and we were both kind of like, this is pretty cool. It's like one of those things where you're both getting into it, so you're like, okay, I gotta buy these. And Darkwing, I've always wanted them to make like a new thing of that because it's one of the first G1s I got, and I have an attachment to that character. It's a whole time thing. So I got these new ones. They're okay. I feel like they really cheaped out in recent years, though, in terms of plastic quality. Like, they're pretty light, and the transformations are pretty terrible.
Oh.
I was also
not as good as they used to be.
No, it was pretty dorky. I felt like it felt like a really backpedaling moment to buy these because it was like such a big thing when I finally boxed all them up, And I was like, I'm done with this shit.
Why is it dorky? You have no problem buying
Yoshiko
Moe and
Nendroids and Bob
Mussolini.
and Doug figures. I know. It's, I guess the Transformers, I felt like I really like put it behind me. But then I was just kind of like, oh, they have Darkwing. I gotta get Darkwing. And you gotta get Dreadwing with it too.
Get what makes you happy, man. Get what makes you happy.
Yeah, no, it did, because it was cool. Me and my friend, we were looking at it, we were having a good time with that.
It's fair, man. It's fair.
Goes back to the old days when I used to ramble on about that kind of stuff endlessly.
That's cool. Let me know if they release a dope Optimus Prime, and I'll be going.
They did recently. We were at Walmart, and we were just like looking at this, and we were both kind of like low key flipping out. It's like, oh my god, what the hell are they doing now? This wasn't like it was in 2008. This shit's so cool. What the fuck? Is it just like that kind of thing?
Yeah, you didn't want to express that you were super excited about it because you were like, what if the other person isn't?
No, but we both were kind of like, oh my god, these are super cool.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
It was just one of those moments in life. I was gonna say that, but I forgot to. But now I did.
I'm glad that you got it off your chest.
But it was a weird moment of like there's always like that like nostalgia in like 30-year-olds that you see, where they're just kind of like, oh yeah, just like the younger days, yeah. I especially see this in 30-year-olds, you know. But
you're only 22. I don't understand.
I know, and I was just kind of like, oh, I don't want to be like a 30-year-old.
Yeah, you're gonna get there one day.
There were very conflicted feelings I had about all this, but yeah. Why didn't I do a Phantom Forces commentary on this? I think I should.
Yeah. Store it up. You do a Phantom Forces for it. And
yeah, I think I got a lot of feelings to get out about this topic. So I probably I'm honestly probably going to write a song about this on my next album as well.
You do it if you want to. So AX, let's see. Let's run down the list because there's a whole shit.
Aqua concert, they put on a show.
Aqua put on a show.
Like if I was going to go to AX, that'd be the main event.
Yeah, cool. You wouldn't skip any. You would skip any other panels just for that one.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, of course you would.
I mean, like given the
shit.
Like if we're talking about AX, like it's way too big. We always there needs to be that happy medium between Sosame Con and AX. Like.
So between nothing and everything?
Yeah, like I get like the local con here, I think we're talking about like 2015, the local con, that was great because it had passion and effort put into it and care.
Mm-hmm.
All you need is a little, just like random armpit city, but they actually care about what they're doing and it's not super big. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the promised land.
Yeah, but anyways, AX.
Yeah. I mean, there's a shit ton of news, but to be honest, a lot of it doesn't really interest me, so sorry.
There's only one piece of news that actually really interests me out of AX.
Go for it.
Broly!
That hurt my ears. Broly?
Yeah, Broly existed. They made a movie or two about him.
3 and now 4. And it looks really good.
Oh wait, they're making another movie about him.
They're making another Broly movie, and it looks fantastic.
Wait, so is this like, does it take place like, okay, so I guess like it's always been like, do the movies have like their own story? Like, is this going to take place after like the Frieza movie, or is this going to be in Super? Like, I don't get it.
Okay, so the movies were always non-canon.
Yeah.
Except until we got to that long delay after, well, I guess we went from Z, then GT, I guess, happened. And they had some weird movies, but I don't give a shit.
And then the special with Vegeta's brother, who's like an alien guy.
Yeah, that was a special. And again, the specials are never in there either. But then Battle of Gods came out, right? And everyone was real excited because that was canon. And then the next thing that came out was Resurrection F, which was the Frieza movie that came out. And then Super started. And now Super has ended, and now they're putting out a Broly movie. And it looks... The animation's just kicking ass. The only thing I'm real sad about is that it's going to come out in January, but there's no way the dub's going to be up to there on Super yet.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Like, I just caught up to the dub a couple weekends ago, and they're like... They got through the Zamasu arc, but they haven't even started the Tournament of Power yet. Nobody even fucking has mentioned the term Ultra Instinct, so...
Yeah, you've got... If it's weekly, the releases, for the dub, then you've got 20 weeks? No, not even 20 weeks.
Not enough time. It's up to like
basically.
It was up to episode 74 and Dragon Ball Super is how long?
161 or 151 episodes?
Wait, so was with Broly, was he like the guy who had like the family like where they were all the generations were doing the big like Kamehameha?
Yeah.
What?
The big green one. I know what you mean.
In
Goten,
the movie
Gohan and
in the movie. Is that the one where they all three of them did it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they all kind of team up eventually, but like Broly's the legendary Super Saiyan.
And then there was Bio, the Bio one.
Wasn't it Bio Broly when he did that?
It was Broly, and then I forget the first Broly. We just call it Broly, and then it was Broly's Return, Broly's Revenge. Broly's Second Coming was the second one, and it was really bad.
I vaguely remember the first one because it was like these movies are so weird.
The first one is just a big ass fight scene, basically.
Yeah. I kind of
cool. They're the best Dragon Ball Z movies, no. The ones like that one,
like the
Android 13.
Yeah. No, the Bio one I think I have on bootleg VHS.
Yeah, Bio Broly is actually not too bad because it's not just Broly. There's actually just other weird shit going on.
Oh god, I don't remember these movies very well.
Yeah, and Broly Second Coming was just terrible because the whole movie was like, what if Gotenks fought him?
Is that the movie that starts with a tournament? Which one of them starts with a tournament that has Trunks in it?
Ooh,
like it literally opens or something and it has like
Trunks or Big Trunks?
Oh Jesus, I think Big Trunks.
I mean, one would be big and the other would be a tiny child.
Oh god, I don't remember these movies at all. Return of the Dragon, I think that was a good one.
Return of the Dragon?
Was it it was like the last movie.
What?
It was the last one before like Battle of Gods, and it had like a cool song in the ending.
Oh, is that some GT shit?
No.
It would be.
Okay, never mind, I don't remember. It was like movie 13 or something. The last Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh,
like
the last
19.
There's a Dragon Ball Z films.
Oh, Dragon Ball Z movies are weird.
All right, so okay, never mind. That's not in order. God damn it!
What the fuck? So I've typed in Return of the Dragon.
Okay,
and it came up with the Return of Cooler.
Okay,
Guess what year?
Wrath of the Dragon is what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Guess what year that Return of Cooler came out?
What?
A long time ago.
1992.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's up. But BoJack is the one that starts with a tournament. I really like that. That was a good.
I've never actually seen BoJack.
That was good. That was a good one. Like that.
I have seen BoJack. Yeah. They have the tournament in the city.
Yeah, that was actually like a really good one. I like that one.
So I've never seen. I can't honestly say which Dragon Ball movies I've seen. I've never seen BoJack, and I've never seen Fusion Reborn.
BoJack's one that you definitely should take a look at because, like, as you were saying with the just one big fight scene, that's what it is. They get an invitation to a tournament and they have a fight.
The opening was awesome. Yeah.
It's like BoJack's there, and then everyone takes a turn, basically just fighting him.
I mean, I'd love to, but it just hasn't happened.
Super Saiyan 2 Gohan.
I don't remember Return of Cooler though. I don't know if I watched that one or not.
Return of Cooler's pretty sweet. I have it somewhere on VHS, recorded off of Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I need to get it. I don't think I've seen Fusion Reborn actually. Is that
the new one is just called
Fusion Reborn is Hitler.
Janemba.
It's Hitler, right?
Yeah, I think it has Hitler in it.
Yeah,
but that's mostly Janemba.
I watched.
Oh, I have seen. Yeah, no, I've seen that one then. I'm lying to you.
I watched that one time before I went to Walmart. I distinctly remember
that. You know, guys, I went to Walmart after this shit.
Yeah. I remember that very distinctly.
Yeah. There is a new Broly movie coming. Yeah, and Broly's coming for Dragon Ball Z Fighters, which has sold it's just past the 10 million mark in terms of digital and physical copies sold, which is a few million more than I thought Dragon Ball Fighters Z, would sell. 10 million's a lot. Like, props to them.
Yeah, I need to pick that up. when it comes on sale.
10 million copies can't even get more than 3 signups.
Yeah. So's me kind of slipping. What else is in AX? Made in Abyss and Scum's Wish, again in English dub. The stars were announced. I can't be asked to click on the link for it. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is slated for the fall, which is supposed to be good. I think Nair's read it, and he was talking about it being fun. Code Geass is going to get a big announcement on August the 3rd.
Do you guys think that Flo is going to do the theme song?
Hopefully. They need to get Flo back, don't they?
It'd be kind of like traitors if they didn't.
But did Flo break up? They might have broke up.
I don't know. I feel like they've done semi-recent songs.
Get them back together just in case. Even if they haven't. Netflix have revealed Castlevania Season 2 is coming. Everyone knew it was. Certain Magical Index Season 3. The promo teaser promo has been shown on there at AX as well. Killer Kill Games, been a trailer for that. It's heading to the PS4 and PC in 2019, and that's all I can.
But didn't you see that big announcement about Haruhi?
No,
because it didn't happen.
Oh, why are you doing that to me?
I wanted to have a nice 1 second of build up.
I was like, what? What are you saying? No, that is the they will never do that moment.
No, you would have known that.
Yeah. Oh god, it would have been everywhere.
That would have been the most important announcement. That would have easily been the most important announcement.
Yeah. Fuck me, yeah. If that was out anywhere, they would have said it. But I've accepted, I've come to terms that Haruhi is not coming back. It's just not going to happen. Don't know why, just won't. We've come to terms with it. It's so good, so good.
Don't cry. It'll only get worse the more tears you shed.
It will. Speaking of crying, let's lament the summer season, shall we? And what we watched.
So I pretty much I don't know how this is going to go down. I'm probably only going to watch one show realistically because I'm keeping up with the Sobiaso base because it's a freaking great show.
Mm-hmm.
The last episode was it was weird because they had sometimes their skits feel like they're just done weirdly. They had a sumo skit where they're having a sumo wrestling match and the one girl bends all the way back and the girl's like, oh no, not your Chinese contortionist shit. There's just these little things they do that are just freaking hilarious. And oh god, I just love this show. This episode didn't have the best jokes, but it just does little things that are just like how the one guy got abducted by aliens and they put a laser so every time he takes a shit he destroys the toilet because it shoots out it shoots out of his butt.
Because he got anally probed.
He got anally probed by aliens before his exam at college.
I'm so happy that that's a trope, even over in Japan.
Yeah. I love that because he shoots butt lasers, so it shows how the one girl went from being amused and loving it to being stop doing that. You need to go to the doctor.
What would you say if you went to the doctor?
Show, I love the theme of the show because I like a schoolgirl show where anything could happen, and it's not just restricted to being cute or anything like that.
Yeah. Because
again, anything can happen in this series. It's fun. It's not it's not a pop team epic or anything like that, but it's enjoyable, and that's probably all I'm gonna watch this season realistically. But I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, actually, I'll save it just because Coryn might have watched it. What have you been watching, Coryn?
Well, I have once again been saddled with 5 shows at once, which I like to keep it at 4, but I am now watching Attack on Titan Season 3. Seen the first episode, because as I've said before, my week on anime goes from Sunday to Sunday. So, have only seen the first episode. Which
okay.
I guess they're serial killers now.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know what this show's about anymore, man. I feel so bad for Armin.
Yeah. It's when he dressed up as a story.
Yeah, that sucks. And I feel bad for Redhead Girl, because she's like, oh, we finally got another character with an interesting design. Oh, there's her head.
Well, I thought that. I was like, shit, because it's been a while since I've watched since I've read the manga, so I was like, oh, her design stands out, which means she must be like a pivotal character. But no, she just gets shot in the face.
Yeah, like the ones with like really standout designs do tend to stick around a little while.
Yeah, they at least get names.
At least have names. She had a name. She was in the last season a bit, but yeah, I guess there's a serial killer named Kenny.
Kenny the Ripper.
Okay, so there's
He's
that
a serial killer,
and there's a lot of them. I guess I don't know. It feels like a town that small cannot support that many serial killers. But what do I know?
Oh no. Well, it's not really a spoiler because it's literally cleared up. So, he's a serial killer.
Yes.
But the reason he's got the gear and everything is because he is in the employ of the military police. And all the people there are the military police. So, the guys who guard the interior.
Right, yeah. Okay. I mean, they were already shifty, but it wasn't quite clear how they were connected.
Yeah. So he literally says at the start of the episode, like, they just go, why are you working in the military police now? Blah, 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 and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is a serial killer who used to kill the military police. He is now in charge, a captain or something. He's certainly someone in a position of leadership.
So
with them.
Confusing.
It is moving very quick. I read, cause this part, like, you probably got from when we did the preview, this particular arc I'm not massive on, because I thought this was certainly the slowest part of the manga. However...
I'm not massive on it.
Yeah. However, it seems to be the pacing's a little bit better on the anime, and I read the reason for that. It's a conscious decision, and it's from the creator themselves, the mangaka. He's actually said to them, which feels quite refreshing, like his honesty. He said, look, I was out of gas at that point. I was burnt out and exhausted. It was really slow. It was a weak point for me. And they've redone, like, he's helped to rewrite the script with the script writer on the anime to sort of make it a bit more tight, make it feel a bit, a bit more fluid, a bit faster paced, just really like trim it, which I quite like. I like the fact that he's gone, you know what? It was slow. It wasn't the best part. Let's fucking do something about it. So,
yeah. I mean,
that's cool.
The pacing in the first episode was pretty decent so far. It would have probably taken 2 in the last season to get this much done, and 4 in the first season.
Absolutely. Really slow. I remember the manga, it chugs on a little bit. You do think, like, come on. But they're moving along at a good pace, which I really like. I'm glad that they've done that. You don't see many coming out and just saying, you know what? Shit arc. Well, he didn't say shit, but he just said it was a bit of a weak point. I was, burnt out. Let's make it better for the anime. So good. Nice to see the budget is still incredible. I watched episode 2. Good episode. Again, the fucking animation was good. And it moves the plot along nicely.
As I've said, this anime is the best way to take their show in. So,
yeah, agreed. I will not argue with that at all.
So, watch that. I watched the next episode of Mongols Invade Tsushima. That continues to be fun. It's still the same old, same old. There's nothing probably going to be revolutionary there, I guess. And then I watched Chio's School Road, still very good. It continues to be funny.
Yes, that was the other one that I was going to mention. To you, Manimal, if you want to take on another show, I'd suggest watching.
No, I like this series. I just, knowing myself, I only really will watch one show. I just know how things go down for me.
Oh, just try. Just try.
I know. I want to watch that in Harukana Receive, but
do it.
I don't know.
Just
do it.
Watch one show after the other. Do it in a big block.
I mean, one show is more like, I don't know.
An hour a week.
I wanted to rewatch K-On!, so I watched the first episode, and then I was just kind of like, I love K-On!, but I don't even really want to watch anything right now.
Because Chio's School Road...
It's been that consistently of me just not feeling like it,
Chio's School Road it gets better.
It was already
episode
good
1.
though. Like
exactly,
it's
it
great.
just keeps building on itself.
No, I like it a lot, but I don't know.
Just watch the damn show.
Yeah.
I only have
Episode
room
1 for me. I didn't laugh as much
No,
as
you
guys
don't.
did.
You objectively don't.
Yeah. I didn't laugh as much as you guys did on the first episode. I thought it was quite funny. And then I went to episode 2 and I was like, okay, I get it. The biker scene, amazing. Fucking loved it. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and episode 2, 3, and 4 have all been, they are just still consistent. Like, I thought it'd be, cause it's literally her just going to school and it picks the dumbest stuff. It made half an episode out the fact that she found grabbed a cigarette that's been taken out, and it was just great. The comedy's funny. It's all good.
Yeah.
Watch it. Didn't expect, I don't know, did you see it as well, Coryn, on episode 2? When someone insulted her, she was like, oh, foreigners, and said something to me. Let me just run that through Google Translate.
Oh, yeah.
It comes up on the screen, like, fully on Google Translate, it just says cunt. And then in the Japanese subtitles, it just says insult. Like that's just been shown on Japanese TV. Everyone's just seen the word cunt.
They don't know.
I guess not realized how offensive it is.
It depends what country you're in and how offensive it is. You guys don't give a shit over there.
That's true. Yeah. Well, Japan wouldn't know, I guess. So they just
No.
go like, oh, it's a
That's how you
swear word.
can go around with, t-shirts that say, fuck big pussies.
Hey, that was my band in high school. Don't diss.
The fuck big pussies?
Yeah. Fuck big pussies, man. Thanks for coming out. Grab a flyer and a t-shirt. Don't know what the t-shirt would sound it, but who knows?
The album
I guess
name, Sink
If
the
fuck
Pink.
big pussies would just be enough for a t-shirt. You don't need to add anything else on there. That's already got,
I used to think that Sink the Pink was about pink pool balls until I realized that there wasn't a pink pool ball.
No.
I was like, Sink the Pink, this is a AC/DC song about playing pool. It's not.
Oh, poor little innocent Manimal. But yeah.
Well, besides
Cheers,
for
School Road.
Manimal's childhood.
What was it?
The,
Yeah, never mind.
the other thing, so let's see, I watched Next Episode Cells at Work, which was fantastic because they introduced a white blood cell, type. And they always have a little blurb of the science on it, and the blurb's like, we don't really fucking know what this thing does, but it's in you. And it's this dude in a raincoat with a hood and a baklava, all you can see is his eyes, and he does nothing but speak in really fucking cryptic riddles. And the other white blood cells run up, he just says some shit like, the mountain will pass and the sky will open up and our furies will bring glory to us all. And he's like, got it, go over there, and just runs the fuck off. Just complete nonsense out of his mouth every time he opens it.
I want to watch it based off a little clip of just the little platelets, going down the stairs, delivering something.
Yes, the platelets are the best part, and they're in every episode, because they're everywhere.
They're little mascots, they're adorable.
I love the platelets. You just can't go wrong with platelets.
Yeah. I was like, I guess I will, because I'm struggling to come up with my list of what I want to watch, but I'll go into that when I start talking about my animes. What else have you been checking out, dude?
And the last thing I watched was Planet With, which is just continues to be superb.
I don't know. I almost started watching episode 2 today, and I don't know. It's weird. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
It is weird, and that's what makes it, part of it, what makes it so good. It's just so refreshing. It's very earnest about its weird battle anime stuff. In this latest episode, one of the chicks just fucking turns into a dragon, kicks a bunch of ass, and then the giant evil looking dude's like, yeah, I'm giant and evil. I'm going to take over the world. You're not on board with that?
I mean, ever since I saw that episode 1, there was the giant cat man eating the cabbage.
Yes. And, it's more of that. They get, because the kid pilots the cat man when he's in a giant robot form, and they needed a power-up, so they, fucking inhaled an energy, a Red Bull looking can, and it got them really fucking hungover the next morning. And it's just a giant cat man freaking out.
Yeah, you're selling it to me. You're selling it. I think I just need to dive in.
There's also a giant dog man.
Oh, I'm a cat guy myself, but you know, dog's fine. Don't let Nurse hear me say that, because we've got a connection, me and Cammy.
Oh, and the giant cat man has a giant spaceship shaped exactly like himself.
But he's a robot himself.
I think he's a cat man.
So he's a mech that can be piloted.
I think he's a cat man that turns into a mech that has a giant robot that looks like himself.
Right.
But not as a mech, as a cat man.
So Catman can turn into a mech, but he also owns a mech that looks like Catman.
Well, it's a spaceship that can move.
A spaceship, sorry, that looks like Catman.
I mean, it could be a mech. We have not revealed these things.
Right, I'm with you. As much as I could possibly be with you on this.
I can't. Planet With is so good.
I don't know. It's on the list. I'm still tossing back and forth because the few shows that I was gonna watch, I've dropped a couple. So Angels of Death was one that I was hoping would be a sleeper hit, and I was hoping it was going to be really good, but it's just kind of run the mill, and I'm just not infused to watch it. And Backstreet Girls talked about last time on the episode, not great. But I have watched Chio School Road, which we've already spoke about, Attack on Titan Season 3, which we've already spoken about, and My Hero Academia, which continues to be good. Don't need to talk about it because it just continues to be good, and that's all you need to know. It's gearing up for its next arc, which will be a fun one. It introduces a lot of the other schools, so it's not just the UA High. There's all the other ones that people go to, and there's some interesting characters in there, so it's going to be good. What else? I do need to watch the one that I absolutely going to watch, because I tried to watch Phantom and Twilight. I didn't get through the first 5 minutes. Not because it's bad, it's just that I remembered hearing about it. I'm sure it's based off a Otomi game, where you're a girl who goes into a bar and you find a vampire, I think a werewolf, and like other monsters, like Frankenstein monster, those kind of things, but they're handsome, attractive boys.
Well, of course they are. Now, you're saying they're not handsome, attractive boys anyways?
They are all lovely chaps, every single one of them. But it's those, and it's kind of like you're the girl, and you solve mysteries with them, fight monsters, but also it's a romance. So
guys,
I was like, yes, mate.
I made Eggos, and and they put peanut butter on them, and then I dropped one on the floor.
For God,
What's
wrong with you?
Did it land peanut butter side down?
It hit the cabinet where all my records are, and it put peanut butter on it.
I'm sure this isn't the first time this has happened.
You see, what you should
or...
do is you take the two Eggos together, and then you put them peanut butter to peanut butter, and you have made a peanut butter Eggo waffle sandwich.
Yeah, but also I didn't even use a plate. I just put them in the toaster and then put peanut butter in them and then carry them both down. So
you fucking monster! You deserve what you got.
Yeah, but then my mom doesn't have to wash that plate.
You wash the plate.
I don't do the dishes.
That's how are you ever going to move out?
I can do the dishes. It's not hard.
Then do it.
But my mom does them.
You could do it and be a good son.
If you've used one dish, it takes like 30 seconds to just wash it.
Especially an Eggo, just rinse the fucker off.
Yeah, but we don't have a dishwasher.
Yeah, you just rinse the fucker off.
Yeah, but then it still has to get washed.
Oh my God.
I don't have a dishwasher. When I use a plate, I wash it. Afterwards, just run into the kitchen, scrub-a-dub-dub, get that shit done.
Yeah, but then you gotta get the bubbles going.
Not for an Eggo. You just gotta get the crumbs off. All soap does is loosen up the dirty bits off the bits you don't want to be dirty anymore. It's not like it's antibacterial unless you're specifically paying for that.
You guys have different dishwashing views than my mom, and you should talk to her in the next episode.
Put some dish soap. Put some dish soap on your sponge. Run the water. Run the water onto the plate. Scrub it up. Dub. Done. You've got all the suds there.
The dishes
you don't need it to soak.
The dishes get washed 2 times a day, so we specifically, we put the plates there, boom. Put the plates there, boom.
Fair enough.
We have a routine here.
A system. I don't want to mess with your system, but I just feel like that makes sense to me. Yeah. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, that's it. The one that I want to watch, but I can't find it, so I'll have to go on other legal sites, is Happy Sugar Life, because I want to watch that one. That's the one where the girl's like the innocent girl, but she's actually yandere or something that's supposed to be quite dark. I haven't heard anyone talking about it.
I've seen a few people. I thought it was supposed to be like actually cute and stuff.
I thought it was supposed to be, but she's actually like a yandere, and then there's like some dark twist to it.
See, I just remember someone was making a post about how they were worried it was going to be like really creepy and, I guess problematic is the term of the day, but it turned out not to be.
Oh, no, that's actually what I wanted it to be. That's what I thought would be interesting.
Maybe you have different definitions, though. Maybe the right word is rapey.
Okay. Don't want it to be rapey. That's kind of, not my MO in these things. Yeah. I like a bit of horror, but yeah, let's maybe cut down on the rapiness. Even though there was some in Chio School Road, the girl who was touching her perineum, as they called it. It's a weird one. But I will try and find it for next week, and I'll watch that shit. Other than that, that's about it. That's all I'm watching. Like, I've dropped most of everything else, but My Hero, Attack on Titan, Chio School Road, and hopefully Happy Sugar Life, maybe Planet With. That's a good little mix there that I've got.
I'm telling you, man, Planet With, it's the shit. You'll be sad if you don't.
I'm missing, because I put Island on my list to watch, but the one thing I'm missing
don't
is
watch
Slice of
Island.
Life. I know, it looks terrible, but that's the thing. I just can't bring myself to watch it because it just looks garbage. But the one thing I'm missing, because it's summer, is a Slice of Life. And I guess Chio School Road is kind of that, but...
So that's what Chio's is for me right now.
And it's summer. Summer season, to me, is Slice of Life. You need that Slice of Life in there.
See, I always like action in the summer, dude. I like a little funny show somewhere in there, but mostly action.
Yeah. Always fall for me.
Yeah, but
I don't know why.
Action doesn't go with the Gina.
I mean,
can't have a Gina.
Yeah, but you're the only one with orange Gina.
Freaking shout out to the time I watched the K-On! Summer Music Festival episode and ate a watermelon with a spoon because I was inspired by Yui and also drank Orangina.
You have the weirdest...
Yeah, like, I watched, there's an episode where, like, Yui is eating half a watermelon with a spoon. So there's half a watermelon in the fridge, and I was like, is anyone going to eat this? Okay, I'm going to eat it. So I ate it with a spoon while watching K-On!
Your mom was like, Barry, how could you make that dish for me? And you were like, Mom! Yui did it, yeah? Let's back off.
Yeah, I said, Mom, you better not mess with me. I'm trying to be like Yui on the TV screen.
You better get away from a TV screen or I'm going to throw a watermelon or a spoon at you.
Yeah.
Depends how pissed I am.
Well, I hadn't drinking in 2016, so I wasn't very pissed.
Yeah, I know. That's all I've got to say about the summer season so far, right now. You know how it be. Hopefully I'll have more shit to watch soon.
Telling you, get on that Planet With train while it's still young. It's just going to get harder for you otherwise.
Yeah, because the more episodes are out, the less likely I am to binge. I know myself too well. I know that's how it happens. That is about it from us, no? Unless anyone else has got anything to drop down.
Not really. I can't really think of any tangents to suddenly go off of, so I think we're pretty well good for the moment.
Pretty well good.
I'm just going to say that if you're listening to this, stop gritting your teeth.
Yeah, stop freaking gritting your teeth. People don't think about stuff like this, how you could just freaking destroy your teeth, destroy your molars. People in life need to think more about their molars. Goddamn, Save the Molars, my new campaign documentary film financed by Al Gore. Freaking finance that shit.
I'm kind of worried about them all. Like, that's why old people have real short teeth. Unless you're chewing, your teeth should not be touching.
Yeah.
Unless you have unless the language you speak, which is definitely not English, requires you to have two teeth touching. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't touch two teeth together. Much like Vacant does when he speaks and he grits his teeth and he doesn't realize that he does this.
Is this an intervention for me? A teeth gritting intervention?
Yeah, but you did this constantly where you talked with your mouth open but your teeth are closed and you're like, I don't know about that there.
Is it just that my mouth doesn't open very much when I talk or something?
I don't know. It's kind of like, yeah, it's hard
now that I think about it, his mouth never opens when he talks.
No, but like this happens so often that I'm surprised I didn't actually say anything to you.
I know. It was unlike you to hold back a single thought.
I'm a real FBI agent when it comes to interpreting the way people are. Like, I love to pick out the little quirks of people just to see, like just those little things.
I mean, I can see it because when you make your little noise, yeah.
Yeah, the noise is exactly when you do it. It's exactly
That's just how you enunciate it. I don't know.
You can say without putting your teeth together. You're just sounding dumb on purpose now.
That's exactly. You sound dumb if you have your mouth open.
That's exactly.
No, it's not about open. It's about your teeth.
Your teeth.
My teeth. Specifically my teeth.
Get your teeth out of my mouth. And they don't belong in there.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Nair's gaze, where his eyes open wide and his mouth looks like that kind of fake smile, and he just goes ah.
He's just spent a week just picking out our little faults.
Psychoanalyzing.
I was psychoanalyzing you guys, definitely.
It's weird because when people do that and they go, do you know you do this? It's like, what am I supposed to do with this information?
Well, now
do you know that you do this?
It's weird because now that you realize it, you're like, oh, I guess I do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to protect people.
Never going to realize that.
Like,
you want to be able to chew when you're old.
Like, that's when someone says, wow, you sure freaking fix your hair a lot and put your hands through your bangs. And I was like, oh shit, I do that constantly.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't realize that I do that 24/7 where I just friggin' pull my hair through my hands, fix my bangs.
I used to have a twitch when I had long hair.
Where you just friggin' go for it?
No, I mean, I just like quick a little head flick.
Oh, yeah.
Constantly. I didn't even notice I was doing it, and I kept doing it for like a year after I got my hair cut short.
Well, yeah, that's funny. But yeah,
that's
it's just
the worst thing, when your hair gets really short, and then you go to like move your fringe out the way, and then there's nothing there.
Oh, God.
That's sad.
Yeah, that must be sad. But yeah, it's the same thing as like when I like rub my nose when I'm talking to people. Like I do like the freaking Sonic OVA nose rub.
Bet you're not fast enough to catch me.
Like I just like kind of like do like the or just kind of I just do it really quickly.
Have you picked up mannerisms from Sonic?
Yeah, I used when I watched the OVA and I saw him do that. I was like, wow, that's cool. Only cool people do that. Just like how for years when I was like 11 and I saw like Starscream did that half smile, I would do that half smile in pictures and it was embarrassing. It was very embarrassing.
Oh my God.
It was freaking tragic.
Oh.
I thought when I did the half smile, I was kind of like, I was kind of like, oh, how it pains me to do this.
Well,
because I caught
that bombshell.
There are pictures from like grade 10, 11. We were doing like stupid half smile. I look like a total friggin' doofus.
Oh God, you mean that far? Jesus.
Well, by then,
I thought you meant like when you were 9 or 10.
No, I got into Transformers when I was 11, so I say like 12. But then I just did it so much that I just kept doing it because I didn't know how to smile in pictures. Nowadays I do, but back then it was different.
See, my smile's just crooked as all get out, so that happens anyways.
Yeah, well, what I try to do is I just try to like do like a like kind of like a laughing face, and then that'll substitute as a good photo smile that doesn't look fake.
Now you need to like say a word that ends with
Ah. Yeah, definitely.
No, like mocha.
Mocha. Mocha.
You're going too far into it. Be natural.
Yeah, I don't know. I just smile. I don't really know what I do.
No, this was like a constant thing throughout my life where it was always be like, you smile stupid in pictures, or like you do like the real fake smile. There's a haunting, you know how you have like photos on the wall. There's a haunting strip of photos on my wall that have these fake smiles, and they just every time I see them, I feel like something in my heart just freaking like pulls out, like literally like my bones are trying to escape my body.
There's a term for those,
Jesus.
which is escaping me right now. But basically, there's two types of smiles. One is the fake smile, and it's actually called the Pan Am smile.
Pan Am,
like the airliner. Because you smile with your mouth, but not with your eyes.
Yeah, that's right.
Is the difference. And I forget what the one was called with your eyes is smile. And I think it's just after a dude's name. Like whoever figured it out just named it after himself.
His name was probably like Richard Thompson or something boring like that.
I don't know. It's something weird.
Oh.
I could tell you what it was if the internet loaded, but it's not.
Yeah. Yeah,
we'll have to leave you in suspense. Do your own research.
Just
everyone.
A little rant to go off of on today's episode.
There you go. Smile properly, everyone, because you might want your bones to escape your body.
Okay, but it used to be when I was younger. I used to whenever I do like the nose thing, I'd be like, "This is like a sonic motion." So oh god, I don't want to say that. Oh god,
no, finish your thought.
It's not the same thing as like the Naruto run, but where you just kind of like do like a nose rub because I thought it looked cool. So I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that." So now I still do it sometimes nowadays, where I just go for it. Like, it's like my brain thinks, like, do the nose rub right now. So I'm like, okay, here's the nose rub.
And well, we're gonna say goodnight with that information still fresh in your brains, everyone. So thank you for listening.
Yeah.
That's 143 done. It was a fun one.
Wait, there's still the Chuny Chronicles.
I know. We always wrap the show up and then we do the Chuny Chronicles.
Yeah.
Well, we don't always do that. In my brain we do, but it rarely pans out that way. But anyway, that's it from us. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Enjoy. We love you. We'll see you later. And enjoy the musical stylings of Manimal.
And today's episode will end with the song I Don't Know Love from the exciting new album from Cantala.bandcamp.com. Post America, 12 hit songs except for Last Chance Heroes, which actually sucks and it's a filler song. Except for that song, they're all good. I fully stand behind this entire album besides Last Chance Heroes, which is a shit filler song. And I only put it on there because I wanted to do the songs I wrote at Nair's Plays, and it just so happened that I happened to write that piece of shit. Aside from that, it's all good.
Fair enough. I love I Don't Know Love.
Dukan smile.
Dukan.
Spelled Duchen.
Dukan from the Yukon.
Dukan from the Yukon. This episode, yeah, you learn a lot about smiles. We got the Chuny Chronicles. We got I Don't Know Love. I think that's all we got to say, right?
There it is.
Okay. Where is she? The mind wondered at the Chinese chicken joint. The lady who had once graced the pits of the Chuny, sweaty and tender like a chicken salad club sandwich, live and wiggling through the grocery store, fresh or it's free at AMP was a lie. It was never free. The boss lined up the workers who made it free, and like a reptile, he launched an attack of wine corks and butt dorks. Don't even ask me what that is. The lady sighed and remembered of the time the firing squad of Wapinos fired at A&W. It was bad. It was not good. The Chuny was off, and everyone who loved her, though it was few. In fact, only one person loved the Chuny. Only one was enough. For in life, who do we love enough? If you love more, the more you love, the less love you have, for loving everyone is loving no one. Like a limited number of copies to hand out, the more you released, the less rare it became. Those who had the heart only for one love would be the truest of all forms, for those who loved many had no space left for true love. The Chuny was unknown to this. The concept was wild and actually crazy. For the lust-filled nights of armpit wiggling was merely a phase in her life gone wrong. But the lady in the Chinese chicken joint knew it would have to happen again. For life was in a cycle, and this was the dull part. In the forest, the Chuny wandered, looking to the sky and realizing love was unknown. I don't know love. The Chuny knows this.